a propane explosion that causes fire. That's new information from police, but I want you to take a look at the scene. Crews right now still working on the hot spots. I want you to take a look of what's left of the hotel office as crews continue to move debris around in what is just utter destruction after an early morning propane explosion. They're estimating about $1 million in damages here to this hotel. Well, Caitlin, I want to show you the damages of this warehouse here in Swatara Township in Dauphin County. Look at the amount of debris that's on the ground. You could just see how much is there. This warehouse is owned by Inclinator. They actually build elevators. Yeah, the main broke Friday night, but it caused a series of effects here in Lititz. For example, let me show you what's been going on with the parking meters in Lititz. As you can see, they're all backed up, and they say free 2-hour parking with them. This is the grown crops that the farm here would typically grow so that these cows can be fed. But because of the dry conditions this year, they've had to buy 3 times as much more feed, which has had some pretty negative impacts. Now I have Mitch Schellenberger joining me this morning. He's a farmer with Shelmar Acres. What have the past few months have been since that 39-day streak with no rain, and also the summer as well?
Yeah, sure. Well, it's definitely meant a lot less production from the field.
And obviously, there are different kinds of things that are sent out on Christmas. Obviously, you have your holiday cards. That process is actually a little bit easier because it's sorted out already before it arrives at this processing facility. But the packages are not, and that's actually what employees are doing this morning. They're sorting out those packages, which is why you want to make sure those packages go out on time. The event runs until 9, but what's a Nickelodeon event without slime? So you can come out here to get slime for free. I think I'm going to get slime right now.
You can get slime. Yeah, sit down. Assume the position. Assume the position. Everybody here is going to help me out. Everybody, on the count of 3, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
What do you think of my driving skills, Matt and Caitlin? The event's open for
there you go.
From 8 to 5 today. But I want to see, what do you guys think of my driving skills?
Just keep your eye on the course there. Yeah.
Makes me a little nervous there.
So that's, hey, obviously we're sitting in the beast, so let's get it started here. You know, as we're going here, this is crazy. Tell us a little about this ride.
Well, this ride is actually brand new. This is only the second time that this has been here in the United States. It's straight from Italy. And this second year, this is the second time that it is being debuted, and absolutely a real beast. Yeah, it's super scary. Let's hope it doesn't give me a beast in my stomach. And if you'd like to come out to the Mountville Days Fire Carnival, it's open today from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. And obviously this event wraps up Saturday evening. Matt and Caitlin, I'll send it back to you. Woo!
Jake, you were so brave there. All right, no vomiting on live TV.
And I want to show you, Matt, just how hard it is to be shooting at that level. Again, Brian shot from 70 meters. I won't be shooting that far because this bow cannot be shooting. It's not that powerful, but also because I'm not too good. So he shot pretty good. Let's see how I do, Matt. See, I'm aiming. Let's see if we get a yellow here.
Oh, and I left the door open for you, bro.
Worse than you shot. I want to go up and show you guys. But yes, that competition, Matt, that she will be competing in will be against Japan, and that will happen just before 9 in the morning. As you can see, this is what I shot. This is what he shot from 70 meters. Matt, I'm terrible. I'm going to stick to talking for the news.
Hey, you know what, Jake? You still hit the target. You're still in the blue, so I think that's at least a couple points.
34-year-old Danilo Cavalcante was just sentenced to life last week for fatally stabbing his ex-girlfriend in 2021. Officials say he escaped the Chester County prison Thursday and was last seen on camera just before 2 Saturday morning, less than 2 miles from the prison.
We've been searching that area very, very thoroughly. It's a heavily wooded area consisting of over 271 homes. And it's not easy for our investigators to get through.
And as the manhunt continues, residents of these houses are encouraged to stay inside, lock your doors, and submit any surveillance videos you may have, whether that be from your phone or your doorbell cameras. This man is very dangerous.
It is so alarming, you know, it is. Yeah, because my kid, he's a high schooler. He's scared.
And the manhunt has left a number of community members up in arms.
We still are sleeping with the alarm on and keeping a baseball bat by the bed.
While some community members are staying home, others have to get to work, like Amazon driver Datisha Staten, whose job is being complicated by the ongoing search.
The police were all out there. They had the different streets blocked. So I'm nervous. I'm like, what is going on? So they were looking for somebody. I didn't even know until, they let me make my delivery. But they asked me, could they search look in the trunk of my car?
There is a $10,000 reward for any information that leads to Cavalcante's capture. If you know anything, you're asked to call 911 or the U.S. Marshal tip line at 1-877-WANTED-2.
The aura of Latinos is all around Pennsylvania, from the rhythm in Harrisburg to the murals in Lancaster, and they have a voice.
The Latino vote can actually have a tremendous impact of who comes out winning the 19 electoral votes that are up for grabs.
I feel she's the better candidate.
Let's save our country. Latinos for Trump.
There are more than 500,000 Pennsylvania Latinos who can vote in this election.
I put the empanada in the fryer.
Melissa Hernandez is Puerto Rican.
I serve empanadas, all kinds. I sell sorillos, pinchos. I got all kinds of instruments in here. I run this business and I run it pretty good.
Carla Antoine is Dominican.
You got the bubble? I have a 6-year-old daughter and a 3-year-old son. My family owns a Dominican restaurant in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania.
Both agree the economy is impacting them the most.
When you go to the store and you buy the ingredients and the ingredients are no longer, the prices went up there, how we're going to pay our employees, when things are through the roof.
I had to raise my price of my beef, my empanadas a little bit.
But where they disagree is which presidential candidate can best improve the economy.
When was America great for me? 4 years ago when Trump was in office.
I just feel like Trump is just a sourpuss, and he'll create problems with other countries, just how his character is.
Both Antoine and Hernandez know what it's like to cross the aisle.
I was a Democrat from the day that I was born because that's what I was told, Democrat, that's you're black, you're Latino, you go Democrat.
Bush was it for me, for Republican, and I just went to Democrat after that.
This state report analyzes voter registrations across the Commonwealth, and in this report, we find that Latino Americans make up 6% of all eligible voters in Pennsylvania.
Given that, again, the statewide margin is going to be tens of thousands of votes, and the number of Latino and Latina voters is in the hundreds of thousands potentially, this is something that both campaigns are looking at very carefully with good reason.
A.K. Sandoval Strauss is the director of Latino and Latina Studies at Pennsylvania State University.
Nationally, roughly speaking, Latinos have favored the Democrats over the Republicans by about 2/3 to 1/3.
But in 2016, Democrats started losing that support. Studies from the Pew Research Center show that drop in 2016, Hillary Clinton secured 66% of the Latino vote. 4 years later, Joe Biden got 61%, a 5% decline.
Joe Biden, the president, just didn't seem to elicit that much excitement among Latinos.
But trends are shifting again.
As soon as Kamala Harris became the nominee after Joe Biden withdrew on the 21st of July, you began to see big shifts.
In fact, new voter registrations are up across the board. Latino registrations are up 63% and 78% for Latina voters. And for those Latinas aged 18 to 29 who are more likely to be Democratic, that is up 149%.
Latinos definitely did respond differently to Harris as the nominee as opposed to Biden as the nominee.
And in Pennsylvania, the Latino population is unique compared to the rest of the nation. Nationally, Puerto Ricans make up 10% of the Latino population, but in Pennsylvania, they make up more than half. And Sandoval Strauss says Puerto Ricans are the most left-leaning.
They're all citizens, right? They're born citizens, have been for more than 100 years, and thus all are eligible to vote. So we're going to see pretty significant, I would think, deviation in Pennsylvania.
And in cities like Lancaster, where Latinos make up almost 40% of the population, Latino leaders say turnout will make a difference.
You got to have your voice heard, and voting is a way for your voice to be heard.
Jake Reyes, WGAL News 8.